I have a little synopsis here, but Wing Commander Kevin Thomas Latchman, RAF, was awarded the Air Force Cross after demonstrating exceptional leadership and gallantry in the face of imminent danger during Operation Pitting, following a suicide bomb explosion at the Kabul airport. You commenced a takeoff. There was a convoy of 3 vehicles that I'm envisioning were running parallel on a parallel taxiway.
Yep.
And then at some point did a hard 90 left or 90 right, ran perpendicular to your aircraft. But you ended up missing this convoy by 10 feet, which, obviously would have been calamity and killed everyone in the convoy, and most likely you and everyone on the C-17, or just been horrific. I want to talk about this specific mission, but you were awarded the Air Force Cross, and if I understand correctly, Prince William awarded you the Air Force Cross. So I want to talk about that first, because I know once we start talking about the mission, I'm not going to ask anything about Prince William, but that'd be a pretty cool moment, I would imagine.
Yeah, it really was. So I mean, it was just a year ago. So that I went to Buckingham Palace and was awarded that. And it's pretty special going to the palace. I'd never been to the palace for any other reason apart from like every other tourist standing outside the gates taking some pictures. What was also quite special, it was a year on from me completing my tour. So I handed over the squadron on the 1st of October 2021, and this was now kind of 13th of October 2022, and it was my I'd done 6 months out in the States at Shore Air Force Base, and we'd had a great holiday in Disney, and lots of things had happened since then, and then all of a sudden I was kind of right back in the room and doing interviews about this incident. My daughter's birthday was around that time as well, so I she was there, and normally they only allow you a couple of tickets because it was post-COVID, but one of the stories was, we went to London for my daughter's birthday, and all of us got to go in and see Buckingham Palace. That was cool, my wife and 3 kids. So all of it was quite a magical situation.
Yeah.
And then Prince William, I was the last person to get my award, and he's gone through the pilot training system. He has been, or remains a Royal Air Force helicopter pilot. He's done search and rescue, and so he knows the system. And so we chatted for a couple of minutes, and he said, so was it just blind panic? And I went, well, actually, and so I went through the scenario, and he was great, and he pinned my medal on. Slight awkward moment as I come to leave, because I was the last person, what they do, and he's standing there, I assume, for quite a long time, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours beforehand. And as soon as I come to leave, they start playing the national anthem. So I turn around, stand to attention, and then he marches out, and then he gives me a wink, and then he disappears off. And it was cool. It was all really cool. Got some great pictures.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's interesting. I guess that was the piece I wanted to ask about too. So he did combat, or he did search and rescue, flying helos. He no longer does that, right? He's now just doing prince duties or royal family duties.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
So he's got lots of roles, as you might expect. He is the Prince of Wales, and he's you see Princess Catherine also, doing all of their full-time roles, and he is now the next in line for the throne, and there's been lots of activity. Obviously, Her Majesty the Queen passed away just over a year ago, so that actually happened about a month before I then went to the palace, and so we didn't know whether I was going to go to the palace on time, because they were in grieving for 2 weeks, and it was going to change. It might have changed everything. Was I going to be awarded my gallantry medal by the new king? That was a conversation, right. But no, it was just a lot's happened. So I'm fairly sure that he is just doing full time, royal family stuff.